You know what? One sec. It is really hot. Let me turn the air conditioner on before we start. I can't do this while overheating. That's over nice. You got out early. I was just supposed to go for another half an hour. Not half an hour. God, can you imagine? Tara did so well. Nice. I mean, 30 seconds. Not 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Oh, wait, I need to plug in my controller. I unplugged it yesterday. Oh, shit. Oh, hang on. I just spilled my water. Let me get a towel. 1 sec. Forty streams, really? That's so many. And I didn't even plug in the controller. I'll plug it in the USB port in the front, not the back. 40, wow. Well, you guys, I totally love watching your first couple of playthroughs on YouTube. Excited to see your episode 5 from. Thank you. Good catch. Good to see you. I always got really excited when I saw your comments. Okay, so let's switch over. Ads are over for everybody. Okay, now let's see if I can find my actual... Was it in 2? Thursday end. Yeah, I think this is the one. Back to the holler. Let me check my... Okay, yeah, we'll go through our major decisions to reorient myself with this save file since I've been making so many. A few spoiled peanuts, found an opossum, Duke saved me for a mountain lion and then fucking died. Was picked up by Tabitha and we saw Wayne. Woke up in guest room, checked on the possum. If only we hadn't roamed it. I know, but then people wouldn't be telling me the right name. But I found it. Decided to stay home and clean. And then accompanied Sybil to the mines after she brought me tea. Right, that's where I got the tea on this save. Ditchlings. Mine collapse went fine because Kenai. Oh yeah, if Kenai is a save in chapter 5, it can't get me out twice because this is an old save. Met Janie, met Bo. Quality time with my cousin. She's finally warming up to me. Yay! Check on possum is a major decision. Absolutely. Met the mare dog. Resident creepypasta, dinner at races, ghost hunting. Wait, no, this isn't the right save. This isn't the right save. This is my old Tabitha save. Yeah, it was Mystical and Kenai. You know what? This is Thursday end. Maybe I just go with old Tabby. Let's see what else we got. Wait, hang on. Thursday and... But then it's only Wednesday. Like, there was nothing about Reese. Maybe I just... Oh, no, don't want to do that. Maybe I just go from here? Okay, we'll go with the old tabby one. Bloodstained free and... Oh no, this is the one... Did I like... Where is my save? Oh, here it is. Thursday chapter end. Oh yeah, okay, this is the right one where I left Charles Shaw in the library. Found it. Found it. No, we don't need a recap. We haven't had a break. A lonely piano refrain echoes through your head as you sleep. It feels like it goes on forever, clumsy and uncertain of itself, stopping and starting at random. But as your dreams start to fade, you realize the music is following you to the waking world, continuing even as your mind re-solidifies and banishes the last few remnants of your dreams. Oh, hi! Hi! Oh, hang on, I forgot to shrink myself. Very important. There's a cool thing with the recap. Like the whole game, or just because I can reload it. A full recap or episode 4? Because full recap is kind of, I don't know. We can check later. We have times. Yeah. Okay. Let's check later. Hi, possums. When it finally stops, you're startled by the sudden silence. You're awake now, cold and uncomfortable, your muscles stiff and achy, your head still clouded with sleep. You realize there is concerning lack of blanket and mattress. They took my mattress? How did they sleep through that? There's nothing beneath you but hard wooden floorboards, dusty and uneven. There's also a weight on your chest and claws digging gently into your skin. Oh, I fell out of bed. Your heart skips a beat. Hi, Dustin and Dustin Mom. You're greeted by 2 beady eyes. You know what? The ceiling's actually really cool. Architecture. Staring down at you over the twitching nose of the opossum that lives in your drawer. The other one is crouched in the drawer, eyeing you warily. You are not in your room. I slept through being moved. Start crying. I'm not going to smack the opossum. Not happening. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep, the odd tilt of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. Oh, okay, I know who moved me. I just remembered that at the end of the chapter, Wayne was like in my room saying like, no one will be able to stop you from exploring the house tomorrow. You stand, your legs still wobbly with sleep, the odd tilt of the floor adding to your unsteadiness. Like, they really wanted me in here. They didn't want me to have the option to not go in here. The opossum clings to your shirt with its tiny claws, holding on for dear life. You must be in the forbidden wing. And judging by the faint scent of death that still clings to the inside of your nostrils, you didn't find your way here by sleepwalking. You suspect a certain ghoulish veiled man had something to do with your relocation. Damn it, Wayne! Don't move me while I'm sleeping. That's weird. The small opossum finally moves. It carefully makes its way down the length of your clothes, afraid you might notice it if it moves too quickly. It hastens when it finds solid ground, scurrying to the larger opossum in the corner. The two stare up at you, not quite afraid, but clearly more wary now that you've risen to your full human height. I'm not scary, Dustin and Dustin, Mum. Maybe they were watching over you as you slept, or maybe they were hoping you might be lunch. Either way, you're both going your separate ways now. Dustin's so tiny. Right, he's so small. I love him. There are two doors out of the barren room. One is a normal doorway leading to what you assume to be a hallway. He's just a baby. The other is a door that must have once been hidden, though the ruined state of the wallpaper has robbed it of its secrecy. Investigate? There doesn't seem to be a clear way to open it besides the brass circle where a handle should be. Look through the hole? You lean forward, peering into the narrow opening at what lies behind the door. It is your room. He's been watching me sleep. Which means you'd be able to slip right back to the safety of the rest of the house if you could just manage to find the handle. Call someone? You groggily pat your legs before realizing you're still in your evening attire. It would seem Wayne wasn't thoughtful enough to bring your phone from the nightstand. Or maybe he'd prefer if what you saw... Maybe he'd prefer if you saw what was there to see in this place alone. Force the door anyway? You push on the wall, it doesn't budge. You try messing with the metal contraption that stands in place of the door's handle, tugging and jiggling and pushing on it every which way, and still nothing. Yeah, Tabby! You tell, hoping that Tabitha has yet to leave for the mines. You've received no response. There's no choice. You make your way carefully across the slanted room and deeper into the forbidden wing. I bet it's adorable. I got to try it with Talk with Animals. Before you is a long hallway, age-stained curtains fluttering in the breeze flowing through cracked glass. Weak sunlight illuminates the dust dancing on the air. An ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and a staircase looms at the far end. You can't help but notice the tracks leading up and down the grimy hallway floor. Clearly, the forbidden wing is only forbidden for some. Investigate? You'll make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. It seems like some kind of entertainment room, the sort you'd expect out of a fancy rich people who want to show off. Oh yeah, we know this room. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There's a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Something else catches your eye too, a bookshelf, or rather, what's left of a bookshelf, hanging by a single rusted hinge. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. Well, we got to explore everything. The painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, and the clinic, still called a hospital at the time of this painting. The church, and then there's somewhere you've yet to see, the historical Callaway/Tremaine homesteads. I was right. These were all the places that were depicted in that one book. It's all the places that disasters are going to happen. The faded bronze plaque beneath reads, "In commemoration of Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten." You cross the parlor, testing each careful step along the way, and duck between the collapsed shelves of the old bookshelf. So I'm assuming the church is going to be like the main place for this chapter. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. Okay, we got a Confederate flag, we got a gun, we got skulls, very goth. We've got some, is that Horus? Which one's the bird one? I think it's Horus. The walls are lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still presenting their antique treasures. Horus, yeah, I got it right. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. But all of these are ornamental details. Your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. Top drawer? So many things in here. Shout out to the Fiji mermaid and the Jenny Hanover in the cabinet. So many details. The top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit emblazoned with the initials ES. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents. Scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that needed a signature is the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning this must also be his study. At the very bottom of the drawer, you're surprised to find a face you recognize staring back at you. An antique photograph of a young man, his blonde hair nearly white against a dark sepia background. Teddy! The slave cabinet also had the Slay the Princess pristine Nice! It is your instrument. It's Teddy. He looks almost exactly the same as he did in your vision. Almost. There's a carefree look in his eyes that seemed to have faded by the time he found his way to that hospital bed. Enoch must have been lying to that doctor. If the man he spoke to wasn't Teddy, why would there be a picture of him in Enoch's study? The bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked, though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. It was so badly we could drink the whiskey on the desk. Like, this is the chapter that they had player death in. And it is whiskey. Inside you find a strange collection of glass vials. Their surfaces are clouded over, but you can make out what seems to be paper, preserved somehow inside the containers, a hint of writing visible at the edges. No way. We gotta open it. You reach for one of them. Ooh, mystical. But hesitate before opening it. This is a fragile thing, and it hums with a strange energy. You close your eyes and focus on that hum, and to your surprise, at the back of your mind, you hear it. To Miss Maeve, I know that it has been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write you now with the utmost urgency. I'm not sure if news has yet reached you regarding what transpired just yesterday. Many lives were lost. The town is in a frenzy. I hope to mitigate some of the damage that has been done, and thus must speak with you at once. I attempted the journey to your place of residence, but was unable to locate it. You once told me of another way to reach you, though it seems nothing but a half-remembered fantasy. I'm acting in desperation. I can only hope this letter finds its way to you, as you once said it would in my hour of need. I must meet with you at your soonest convenience. Sincerely, E.S. So that's to the witch. You reach for another. Miss Verena, trouble with tea, your presence requested at once. And another. Verena, know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge. Though we both knew what was at stake here. The boy has been dealt with. Expect me this evening for in-person discussion. Some of these letters are addressed to Miss Maeve, and some to her Verena. All assigned ES. You assume these have to be from Enoch. Many seem unimportant, just listing a time and a place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever the Verena might have been. Oh yeah, there it is. Step away from the desk, return to the hallway. Follow the footprints down the hall. You follow the path laid out in the dust. It takes you up a flight of stairs, the way down blocked by debris, and you find yourself on the 3rd floor of the estate for the first time. We got Reginald's Best, Old Carolina. There are more footprints leading all the way down the hallway and into the farthest door. There are much fainter tracks leading to the room in front of you, its doorway hidden behind a stack of boxes. These footprints are old enough to have accumulated some dust. They were also notably not made by boots. If you had to guess, you'd assume they were loafers or some other kind of low heel. Approach the window? You carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. That sure is a cliff. Oh, we're in the part of the... What do you mean, no Tomba? It's not Tomba Day. I'm sorry, I had to skip Tomba Day. I was sick. I had laryngitis. I am having fun. This is a new chapter. It just came out, and I am so excited to see what happens. Oh, shit. That was white. There we go. Okay, so we're in the part of the house that is dangling off the cliff. I don't want to be here. There is nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees, the ground having crumbled away. The only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation that still somehow holds this place together. At least for now. Move the boxes? The boxes slide out of the way with a bit of elbow grease. You push past them into the room beyond. The room is coldly empty. Oh. This room sure is creepy. The large antique bed is made, its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness. Explore Edwardine's bedroom. Her ladyship's chambers. Infinite Enoch died from falling off the cliff. Starting to realize how that could have happened. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its 4-poster frame. You step towards the desk, its drawers practically overflowing with stationery. I didn't get here in my playthrough. Maybe it's a keen eye thing, but we are going to explore everything. As you sift through paper, it quickly becomes clear to you whose room this is. There are stacks of bills in Edwardine's name, filling nearly every drawer, and even once you manage to get past the layers of envelopes and trifold paper, you hit a permafrost of receipts. It seems she was doing her best to be meticulous and hold on to any scrap of paper that might possibly be important. But when you reach the bottom drawers, you find something entirely different. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some opened, some sealed, some crumpled into messy balls. Were you old? Oh, right, if you're old, you wouldn't be able to move the boxes. You open one of the cards. Both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. That would do it. For Tabby? Tabby, I hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope her land treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sorts of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awfully pretty, and I've still got that beach smell. And make sure you put your ear up to them too. It doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. I actually assumed it would have been a powerful build lock-off. Oh, no, it's just old debuff. That's great. And in case you think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash too, so you can get yourself something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearland to take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby, and I'm always thinking about you. You can come out and visit me anytime. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I've made sure to write out my address on the back of this card, just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. Not Pearland. Oh, my love, Dad. Oh, it's her dad. You pull out another from the top of the pile. It's her dad. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So the big 2-0. Can't believe my daughter is such an adult. He's been sending her cards all this time. I don't think she's been getting any of these. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make, like you're the professor of animal noises. Tabitha, but he's been sending cards and presents. We have to bring these to her. We have to. I have no idea if you'll read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if it sometimes feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a whole human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think we'd get along, though. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you'll decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up, just in case. It's always ready for you. He's so eager to be her dad. Fuck Berlin. Fuck Berlin. I love you, and I always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid, all from him. You pocket a few of the cards. Yeah, we do. You make your way to the closet. It seems Edwardine kept things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as she could, considering the decaying state of the place. You can't help but notice these dresses look strikingly like the style Tabitha wears. You can imagine Pearl Ann sifting through Edwardine's old trunks of clothes, recycling moth-eaten vintage dresses for her daughter in place of buying anything. Fuck Pearl Ann! The only thing here besides her clothes and shoes is a box, shoved off to one side. You pick it up. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, and a pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suits boys from the 50s were always wearing. Mommy, I am in here too, and I love you. When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed tucked away at the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. It's scrawled in a most illegible handwriting, written in some thick brown watery ink that's cracked with it's blood. It's blood, it's not ink. Mommy, I am in here too, and I love you. Your hands tremble, the note somehow making the tips of your fingers feel dirty, even if it sits behind a layer of plastic. You drop it back into the box, once again covering it with the clothes, shoving it back into the recesses of the forgotten closet where it belongs. Finished with the tucked-away room, you return to the hallway. Middle room. This place was clearly once a nursery, though no child has been in here for a long, long time. You don't want to spend any more time than you have to in the creepy nursery. No, we're checking the bookshelf. The top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane, books of nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. But that doesn't seem to have stopped them from making their own fun. You see quite a few books with children's art stuffed in between the pages, the corners peeking out, tiny scribbled hands waving at you from their yellowed paper. You reach for a particularly doodled-on encyclopedia off the shelf, its pages overflowing. I wish I wasn't still at work. I'm missing stuff. Your fault for being at work. No, I'm joking. Okay, if Daddy plays with me and Mary Bell, if my family goes to the zoo, if Mummy and Grandpa took us to work, if me and Mary Bell and Mummy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic, if, I hate this. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. There's a strange fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone is smiling and sitting down together as any family would in a child's drawing. Yet it feels like these are drawn in the same hopeful way that a child would draw a unicorn. Expressions of some reality that Alexandra could only dream of. There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping shows their father sleeping in a chair, a bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him, the two girls and what you must assume to be Alexandra's doll hovering in the doorway some distance away. Mummy going to work shows the girls crying in the upstairs window of a house as their mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on her face. You get the feeling these are more accurate depictions of the girls' lives. The last picture you pull out gives you a pause. There's a new figure here, seemingly drawn behind a barrier. The girls sit on the other side, smiles on their cartoon faces. The boy in the wall. The prisoner. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning the near-crumbling pages. Reasons Mummy should take me and Mary Bell to the zoo, number 1. We have been very good girls and have not cried for a whole week. Now, I'm curious if the Mummy I'm here to note in sailor suit was Andrew Charles Scarlet, Edward's son, who was supposedly stillborn. God, this family is fucked. Number 2, Mary Bell says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3, I think it would be very fun and Mummy would have a good time. These are also the work of Alexandra. Alexandra was the one that went missing. Okay, thank you. There's so many Scarlets. I'm getting them a little bit mixed up in my head. So thank you for the clarification. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by, but something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with the prompt, "Today I," Alexandra continues with, "Talk to the boy in the wall." There he is again. I'm apparently done here. Furthest room. You continue following the trail of footprints, approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. The room is starkly empty, save for a rug and a few candelabras. The lack of dusty old boxes and rotting antiques mark it as distinct from the rest of the cluttered, forgotten spaces you've explored. It pains you to stand in this space. Emotions hang over you, strong, oppressive, and overwhelming thoughts that threaten to fill your lungs. You don't feel death here. You feel something worse, a deeper loss, one that's left a wound that has refused to scar. I spent a lot of time last week registering boarding this game with a friend. We've got everything locked at nice. You can't help but fixate on the carpet in the center of the room. The corner is rumpled as it had recently been moved. And then you're drawn to the curtains on the far side of the room. The small section of tile peeking out from beneath the heavy crimson velvet is out of place against the hardwood floor, a curious and conspicuous detail. Oh, the scary music. Curtain? I feel like if I move the carpet, something's going to happen. You cross the room and pull back the curtain. Behind it is what looks like a shower, but in place of a shower head is a meat hook dangling from the end of a long, sturdy chain. As your eyes travel down the wall to the drain on the floor, you can just make out the rusty stains of what looks like long-dried blood caked in between the tiles. There's been an effort to clean it up, but just enough was missed so it doesn't escape your attention. It's a meat. Yeah, this would be the goat. God, it is so... I want to save the goat, but you can't do it without street smarts and animal talking. It reminds you of something you might see in an abattoir. It's literally giving me... Yeah, me too. The chills are here. You pull the carpet up, exposing the bare floor and revealing what lies beneath. An ornate ring of sigils has been carved into the floor, 5 along the edges with a 6th in the center. The circle emits a now uncomfortably familiar feeling. You can feel your gaze forced to crawl over every intricate detail of the carving in front of you. The serpents wrapped around the staff give you flashes of the room beyond the morgue, and the darkness that swept through the house once it had been uncovered. The fist and chain makes you feel like you're back in the claustrophobic confines of the mind, surrounded by the angry hammering of its memories. The horns have the same nightmarish, dreamy feeling of the world constructed by the furious ghost of Charles Shaw Jr. The others are new to you. The feelings they emit are less intense, giving only vague impressions of what they might be tied to. You actually can't make the goat move, even with powerful build, it refuses to move, which makes it... Ah, poor goat, poor goat. Golden fields, the mewling of fresh souls, just slithering out from the womb and desperate to be fed. Another that rings like bells in your mind, calling you not towards it, but away from it, pushing you from its threshold and into the darkness. But the central symbol is the strongest of all. It echoes out across the room, a vast ego proclaiming its dominance. Let's move on. You continued forward towards the door on the far side of the room. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here, leading back down to the lower floors, but there is also another door. This is where the prisoner is. I recognize this one. I recognize this door. It's hanging ajar, the many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The door frame itself is gouged and splintered, evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond, time and time again. Enter. You step forward. This was a prison cell. The doll. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. Wait. O-V-A? I can't read that. I don't know what that says. The one window set high in the far wall is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed, one eyelid drooping. It adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. Alexandra was... the pain radiating from these walls howls through your mind. Whatever lived here lived in constant torment. But the etchings on the walls are more than just evidence of the suffering that went on here. Whatever was trapped in these walls was trying to send a message to you or to anyone who might happen across it. Your eyes are drawn to the massive almost letters, dug as deep into the brick as this cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. It almost looks like a word, though none of the lines meet up, causing you to constantly doubt whether they're letters at all, or just lines that fool the eye into imagining shapes that aren't there. Your stomach clenches with nausea as you run your eyes along the... Hang on. Well, we found the doorknob. But whatever was in here wanted those words to be known, so you do your best to store them away, trying to burn the image of them into your mind, carved deep into the wall, bloody against the filthy brick. Symbols. Yeah. And then one final detail grabs you, a metallic glint from the filthy bare mattress, a doorknob. This is what you've been looking for. Was it left here for you? Of course it was. Wayne wanted me to know all this. As you take it, a sound wraps around you. Music, the tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall. Well, let's go confront Wayne. You've come this far. Clearly, you're meant to go just a little further. The stairs take you into what you have to assume was once a servant's quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet estate, the echoing piano your only company. Going into the basement seems very Slay the Princess. We'll probably be doing her a favor. Soon enough, you see light again. the sun's creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, a chorus of wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. Slay the entity. That's the one. Let's do that. You found your way to the first floor, but you've yet to confront your guide. The musician plays on as you move cautiously through the dark. The slope now so dramatic it feels like walking downhill, jagged remains of the floorboards jutting out like splintered trees. The flow of notes finally stops as you reach an open doorway to what was once a music room. Wayne stands from the bench of a battered grand piano, turning to face you. Hi. Angel of music, answer his call. So now you've seen it, Tazzy. He makes his way down the tilted floor towards you. A breeze passes by him, carrying with it the smell from the wound that is his body. Wayne really doesn't strike me as a piano man, but the drama. I hope you enjoyed the show. He stops just a few paces away, and I trust you understand the implications of everything you've seen. If you aren't careful and you put your faith in the wrong people, things could go very, very wrong for you. I can flirt. That's an option. Did you need to carry me off in my sleep? Wayne twitches almost imperceptibly before answering. A moment of weakness. I was impatient. How did I not wake up? You've been a heavy sleeper lately. This town has been demanding so much of you. And I was gentle. I'm here, aren't I? Can't you see I trust you? You can tell me whatever it is you want me to know. I want to fight him so bad for moving. Like, dude, not cool. Do you want to be somebody else's puppet, Tazzy? I can guide you to where you need to be, but it is up to you to open your eyes. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and then everything should start falling into place. The thought feels slippery. You're unable to hold onto it, and the holding is painful, like you're gripping onto it in white-knuckled fists. You're forced to let it go. It fades, unless you're already starting to forget about her. Memory is a disloyal thing, isn't it? Physical, easily manipulated. But something being missing from your head doesn't mean it's gone from the world. It's a memory I can't quite hold on to, a thought that almost hurts to think. Keep it in the back of your mind. Try not to let it hurt too much, but don't let her take it from you either. You'll remember when you need to. That phrase scrawled on the wall, what was it? Why does it feel so bad to think it? I'm glad you noticed. It's a weapon. Hold on to it. Let's flirt. You take a step forward. Wayne doesn't flinch as you approach, but you can sense trepidation. He seems uncertain of what you're about to do. What are you? I'm yours. If you'll have... I can actually lock this in. What do you want from me? You can be honest. He hesitates, his bright eyes staring deep into yours, unblinking. If you're sure you're ready to know. Wayne takes a step forward, closing what little gap remained between you. The unsteady floor causes you to stumble back against the wall, Wayne looming over you, his outstretched arm blocking you from escape. There is only him and you, locked in a near embrace. I can show you. Give you a taste of what we could be, of what I can offer you. Yeah, no, that's gonna be rank. He's breathing more heavily now. It's slight but noticeable. He's excited but trying not to show it. If you're ready. Let's make me fall apart like you. No, you don't have to worry about this happening to you. Not if we do things right. I'm being rejected. But a fleeting moment with you will be bliss for us both. No pain, no lingering aftermath, but pleasure. I don't know what is happening. I'm gonna save here. Just in case. Covered up with a walking cord, yeah. Do it. Wayne stares down at you, bright eyes shining through the veil that flutters slightly with each breath. His other arm reaches up towards your throat. He rests his palm on the nape of your neck. It's warmer than you'd expected, calloused and cracked, his fingers strong as they tighten around you. He's choking me. I'm sorry to all the Wayne Manses, but I cannot with it again. I am morbidly curious. Emphasis on the morbid. There's a sudden sharp pain as if you've been struck with a pin. The unsettling feeling of something squirming. You can't help but try to jerk away from him as the squirming slithers its way up your throat. His fingers grip tighter, holding you firmly in place. Then it stops, and a pleasant numbness starts to spread out from the base of your skull, flowing down your spine, enveloping you in a wave of bone-deep serenity. Your surroundings become unfocused. Vision swimming as your head lolls to the side, hair standing on end in a full-body shiver as an intense pleasure sweeps across your skin. You're vaguely aware that your legs have collapsed from under you. Wayne holds you up, one of his arms curling around your waist, pressing you against him as you lose yourself in the sensation. This is weird. Then it's over. Ecstasy, share a moment of bliss with your guardian angel. I think we just... I thought my mate was joking about Wayne sex. No, we just got Wayne sexy. No, that's a... Yeah. That's a thing that just happened, wasn't it? He lets you go. You slump to the floor as he takes a shaky step back, adjusting his sleeve. He looks all like moe. With the hands and the head tilt. Think of that as a kiss. He has to catch his breath as he speaks. Before you have the chance to respond, he's gone, slipping back into the shadow. Wait, I still have questions. Come back. You make your way back to where you woke up and slot in the handle into the secret door on the wall. Corpse man to cat Moe. Oh, he's shy. Why is that weirdly cute? Oh, I had more questions. Fine. I got Wayne sex scene though. So who's the real loser here? It twists and the door pulls back and you stumble through your closet and back into your bedroom. You lean against the doorframe as the last dregs of the intoxicating kiss leave your system, returning you to some semblance of normality. The estate has gotten to you. After the events of this morning, your body burns with a ferocious itch to leave this place behind, to be anywhere but here. You leave in a haze, mindlessly grabbing clothes and an uncharged phone, barely even noticing your surroundings as you rush outside, the morning's revelations seizing your body and mind alike with a suffocating grip. Save? Okay. Even the lingering afterglow of your entanglement with Wayne can't fill the sinking pit dug into your stomach. The cell, the doll. Could Tabitha have known about this? It's not possible that Wayne could be leading you astray. You've had a glimpse of the brilliant colors of his soul. Something that beautiful, that expansive couldn't lie to you. It wouldn't lie to you. Clear my mind? You close your eyes and take a deep breath, doing your best to separate your thoughts from the rush dominating your body. Maybe you can't trust Wayne after all. Even if you can, at least now it's something you can consider. Get out of my brain! Tabitha deserves a chance to explain herself. She is your cousin after all. You just tell her everything you saw, and surely the two of you can have a healthy and productive conversation and get to the bottom of things, right? Maybe going to hear her side of things directly is your best course of action. Tabitha needs to know. I need to see Tabitha. You need to see your cousin. She's the only person who can possibly offer a satisfying answer to the horrors of this morning. The events of this morning beg for an immediate confrontation. By the time you notice where your legs are taking you, you're already en route to the Scarlet Mines. You stumble down the road, your panicked thoughts directing themselves like a pointed arrow towards your destination. Things will make sense again just as soon as you get where you're going. Though once you arrive, you're once again met by the sounds of an angry crowd. Man, everyone's here. No one I recognize, though, apart from, the miners that we questioned. Wait, your heart shrank 3 sizes that day? This sucks. United we stand. Lie to the... Could have thrown the bird. I am unhappy with the treatment I am receiving as a worker in the Scarlet Mines. I like this guy's sign. It's very straightforward. Higher wage, no higher wages, no sick leaves, no health benefits. Yes, bitch, boss. Boss. Hey, rude. That's a personal attack. Lunch ladies stand with the workers, all or none. This sucks. I am unhappy. You don't have to deal with the striking miners if you don't want to. You saw where Rosalina snuck in the other day. That hole in the fence is still there if you feel like being inconspicuous. Yeah, let's go around. I want to get off the Scarlet Mines wild ride. The last thing you want is to bring other people into this right now, especially considering the mania you can see glinting in more than a few pairs of eyes. This crowd could easily get out of hand if you're not careful. Here you are, outside of your cousin's office. The only thing left to do is go inside. You walk out to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. What is it now? Come in. You enter your cousin's office to find her seated at her desk, shotgun in hand, eyeing its mechanisms with focused intent. Well, she does have to clean it after, like she used it last night. Poor Reese. You're more than familiar with this firearm. It was only last night that you saw your cousin use it to deadly effect. God, they are really starting to get on my nerves out there. But they don't have a leg to stand on, and they know that. I can wait them out. I have nothing to lose but the mine, right? Who cares? Let them try to run the damn place. See how easy it is. Ugh, what am I saying? I'm not that desperate. They're the desperate ones. I'm fine. So, what made you decide to come bother me today? Wow, the art has really stepped up. Like the shading. Oh my God. You know what? I think we're at the point where we can be open and honest with each other. Wayne kidnapped me in my sleep. He dragged me off to the Forbidden Wing. I found things in there. He what? But that's... Tabitha's eyes dart away, her pale cheeks losing what little color they had. You shouldn't trust it. You shouldn't trust anything that thing tries to tell you. What did you see? What poison did he try to infect you with? Yeah, she does. She looks so good. Look, God, the art. Well, she needs the birthday cards. I found these letters from your dad stashed away in a drawer. This isn't funny, Tassie. My dad has never and would never send anything. Not that it's any of your business anyway. Look, just have them. There are a lot more too. Years worth. You slide the cards you took from Edwardine's room across Tabitha's desk. She looks so sinister. I mean, yeah, like, and she's cleaning a gun. Like, if I didn't know that, like I have a really high relationship with Tabby right now, I'd be kind of scared that she was going to shoot me. Her consternation fades as she reads through them, her brow knitting, her knuckles growing white where they grip the barrel of the gun. He wanted me to visit? There's a glimmer into... Oh no, Tabby! There's a glimmer in Tabitha's eye just for a second, but she blinks it away, anger flooding back in. This doesn't mean anything. Pearl knew him better than I ever did, and she never had a good word to say about him, not one. It's easy to send letters once a year. It's easy to write little notes and stupid kitschy cards to someone you don't know, pretending it's someone you care about. But he didn't come back, did he? Pearl was protecting me. She knew what he was really like. I don't think the takeaway from this is that you can trust your mum. I did not have a high relationship with her, and yeah, it wasn't great. Oh no. Oh, I see what all this is about. You're trying to get me to turn on my dead mum. We've already... Before she's even in the ground. Lovely, what a great use of our time. Tassie, you got a long way to go before you can even come close to the kind of manipulation the former Scarlet used to wield. You don't stand a chance of pulling a clumsy little move like that on me. What is wrong with her right now? You know I have a mind to manage, right? How much more of my time do you plan to waste playing Nancy Drew? Like, I think she should know everything else. Let me save. Like, I think we can just be frank. I'm not trying to accuse you of anything. And what is it? What? You're so traumatized, I want to get her out. Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping you'd have answers for me. This isn't going anywhere. Okay, it doesn't matter what I say, and it doesn't matter what you think. The two of us are living in completely separate realities. We always have been. There's a long... I think I fucked up. There's a long, heavy pause before Tabitha speaks again. You can almost see her chewing on her words, formulating what to say. I wish it didn't have to be that way. Her fingers fidget nervously around the weapon's safety. What if we pretended we never talked about any of this? Those stone carvings, like the one in the mine in the library, they're important, right? I know where to find another. We can go together, see what happens. Reach an impasse with your cousin. No! Yeah, I guess I could. There's it's 2 minutes till the next pre-roll, so would it be bad if I reloaded? I don't like where this went. I'm usually not a save scummer, but I don't like how this conversation went. Save scum, okay. It's essentially a boss fight in visual novel form. It's hard, yeah. Okay, there was a cell Tabitha in the Forbidden Wing. It was hidden away. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's been used recently. Maybe we have a squatter issue. Did you think about that? Or were you too caught up playing Nancy Drew in a building that could kill you if you stepped wrong? I think this town is making you go crazy. You're starting to talk like Stella in one of her videos, all breathless over blurry footage of a woodchuck. What makes you even think it was a cell and not just a storage room? You'd better stop saying things like this before I put you under serious supervision. Actually, I'm done. You're talking around something. I know you are, and I'm out of patience. Whatever it is, just say it. Say it to my face. Emotional appeal? What about this one? I just know that I'm scared. Isn't going... Okay, no. No, I'm winning this boss fight. Talk to Wayne after seeing everything? Great, and I'm sure you had only glowing things to say about me. He wants me to find a witch, but he was hazy about the specifics. He sent you on a quest, like a magical quest to find a sorcerer. You're gonna have to slay a dragon next. Tazzy, even if there is some witch around town that's been operating under our noses for however long, I seriously doubt that putting your trust in some magical being and a guy like Wayne would go well for you. Be serious. What is he, really? It's obvious he isn't human, Tabitha. He's human. Just flawed as any of us, and I don't care how confident he sounds, he's just as manipulative as anyone else. I don't think this is going to go anywhere good, but I have to... We'll just put this here. You didn't tell me you were such a good kid. Tabitha is briefly rendered speechless. You didn't. Not on the lips. You didn't. She bites back a gag. What can I say? His personality really won me over. Joking, right? This is a joke. Like, I'm not looking this in. I just needed her reaction. You're so funny, Tassie, because doing anything like that would not only be absolutely disgusting, but incredibly dangerous for your health. What a funny little joke. Find your sense of humor grating. You're really, really starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so let's load before I did that. I don't think that was getting me anywhere. I'm done talking. Okay. Make a specific accusation? I think our family's been doing terrible things to itself for reasons I barely understand. I think you're planning on continuing what they've been doing. There's nothing you wouldn't do to keep the shithole of a town going, even if it's just stuck on life support forever, and that terrifies me. This whole thing is confusing and messed up, but I know you're hiding something. Just tell me. I think our family made a deal with an evil witch. I think you brought me here to kill me, I think, working with Wayne. Okay, I'm saving here that's one of them. I'm a little scared that blaming her mum might have ruined it. But we'll try it again. I am winning this. I will save Scum this. I need this to go well. I think our family's been doing terrible things to it. Yeah. That's families for you, though, isn't it? Ours isn't that special. Tazzy, don't try and act like you have any idea what you're talking about. You wandered into town less than a week ago, basically a stranger. Now you think you have a better grasp on our family than I do. You notice your cousin make an odd twitch, some unnatural movement hidden behind her desk. You've said enough, though I really, really have to wonder what you expected to get out of this conversation. Let's say, just for a minute, that every single thing you've said, everything you've so much as implied is true. You chose, in the face of all these reservations about our family, to bring them to me, alone. You are so much dumber than you look. She levels the gun at you. The end of the barrel is like an unblinking black eye. Don't move. I wish you could understand the things that I've gone through, the responsibilities that you've never had to shoulder. But you don't give a shit about me, do you? That's fine. I'm used to that. People usually stop giving a shit about me sooner or later. Tabby, why? Besides, not like it changes anything whether you like me or not. It doesn't even matter if you're right about everything you saw. All that matters to me is that you think you're right. And I'm not going to let my idiot cousin run around slandering my family's name to the hundreds of thankless people I've worked every day of my fucking life to save. I think I can get out of this. Hang on. I saw you do something weird on the table. What did you do? Nothing escapes you, does it, Tazzy? Pearlan had a line to the police installed in the desk. I've never had to use it before. That's what you've driven me to. Not that you have any shame about that. These allegations you're making are insane. This is so weird. Like, how did this happen in a day? You really should listen to yourself right now. You sound crazy. So the police are coming. That's where things are at right now. What happens when the police get here is another question, and one that depends on you. We might as well keep talking, but know that if I feel threatened, they're going to pick up on that when they get here. I'll make sure they pick up on that. And before you decide that the smart thing to do would be to leave my office and make a run for it, let me tell you why that's a bad idea. If you leave, I'll be the only one here when they arrive. I'll make sure they get all the details of this conversation, but you won't be privy to exactly what I share. There are some things you probably don't even remember you said. Now, are we clear? Do we have an understanding? Like, I was fairly... we had a good relationship. How did it come to this? You say nothing. I'm going to take that as a yes. Now, is there anything else you want to say to me, or should we wait in silence for them to get here? Losing the boss fight. I don't want to. Stuff going on about responsibility is just an excuse to hold on to something that's been dead for years. What exactly do you think is dead? The town? The mines? Maybe they look dead to you if you came here with your mind already made up on how things are going in the mountains outside that city of yours with all its big buildings and bustling industries. You're exactly as stuck up as Pearlan said you'd be. Nothing here is dead. It's all just fallow. And there'll be a new spring soon. You'll see. Police siren. An expected interruption. That would be the police. I wish it didn't have to come down to me calling the police on my own cousin. I really do. The funeral is just a couple of days away. We could have kept pretending. It's not like I haven't noticed you digging around for old family secrets. You were pretty obvious, but I really didn't want to drag this out into public, you know? I hate that kind of attention. But you've backed me into a corner. You did this. Don't move. Push your cousin to the brink. And that's that. Miss... You were cold, weren't you? Come in. I can do this. Let's, from the start this time. Let's not blame Pearlan. Fun fact, I ran after that did not go in my favor. Oh no. Okay, I think I didn't save between that, so let's just skip over this. Where's the skip button? There we go. Thank you. What's with the gun? In case you forgot about last night's this is meant to I used it, which means I have to clean and inspect it. Besides, in case you hadn't noticed, there's a mob of irrationally angry people screaming right outside the entrance. Better safe than sorry. Whatever, doesn't matter. Why are you here? Time for us to finally talk? What family secret? She looks more nervous than you've ever seen her. Okay, we'll talk. Whatever she found, we'll sort it out. Hey, Naman. I don't think a gun is the best way to handle a strike. No. Let's save here. There's a lot more years worth. Well, she didn't know better. What if he's still out there? What if he wants to see you? We could find him after the funeral. Why are you doing this? I haven't thought about him in so long. I was over it. Do you even know how bad it used to be, seeing other kids with their parents and knowing one of mine decided he didn't love me enough to stick around? Anyway, is that why you came here? To show me this and see if I'd cry? Is that it? You have a... Okay. Just... Found our family medical records yesterday? God, you're such a snoop. The records say Teddy died in the mine collapse, but a vision showed me that he lived until they even recovered a body. The vision, huh? Almost none of the miners were recovered. They were buried under tons of rock. It just wasn't feasible. People took advantage of that. There was a guy who briefly showed up claiming to be Teddy, but he was a grifter. He got chased out shortly after. If your vision was showing you anything, it was that. It only gives me one option. Like, that wasn't... Just tell me. Oh, I thought I knew, Tabby. I thought this would be easy. What about Boy in the Wall? It's fucking Alexandra or Perlin would be... Oh, try it. Alexandra Scarlet mentioned him in her drawings and in her practice writing books. I think the young boy's clothes in Edward's closet belonged to him. Young boy's clothes. But we found doll clothes, Dazzy, and old children's art. Are we taking those as the word of God now? Bet you do anything. Great Aunt Alexandra was... I bet you anything. Great Aunt Alexandra was just bored and like kids had much to do. Just back then, you're jumping at shadows. You're not even going to get me... And you're not going to get me jump with you. Do you want to fall through the floor and die and get tetanus? Jesus, I can't trust you all in for 2 seconds. There's got to be something here. Let's talk about Perlan. What's there to talk about? Do you really want to continue whatever legacy she left behind? Of course I do. She wasn't the nicest woman in town, that's for sure, but she did what had to be done. prefer being a bitch who makes sure everything works than someone who gives people anything they ask for until it runs me out of business. But I wouldn't expect you to understand that. You don't carry this weight like I do. Sometimes you don't get to choose to be nice. Sometimes there is no choice. What really happened to her? Why do you sound so doubtful? She had sleep apnea. Lots of people do. And she smoked several packs a day. Her lungs were already basically useless. So it was going to catch up to her sooner or later. I'm not surprised. No one else around town was either. How much did she tell you? Jesus, Dazzy, how would I ever know? She didn't tell me something. I probably don't know that, do I? If you want to talk family history, we can talk family history. But let's not play 20 questions about it, all right? If you don't want to talk about it, fine. Great, let's save that conversation. Actually, okay. Maybe not so many questions. What happened? Okay. Hang on. I got Thursday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we already went fucked Perlan, like, with Tabby. Like, we got her to realize that she was fucked up when, like, during that, this conversation, the three of us talked together. We did the whole reconciliation. I'll talk about Alexandra Scarlet. Not gonna be much to say. Grandma Eddie never talked much about her. Painful memories, I guess. Benadryl in the cell in the Forbidden Wing. Even don't put your heart to this. Was it still? It wasn't Wayne. Whatever. What's done is done. Can't believe you got scared by a doll. I suppose I really think no one in town is right now. Yeah. Yeah, like, this doesn't make sense. Like, all of her characterization is... It shouldn't lead to this moment. Like, all of the relationship building, like, it doesn't make sense. What do I talk about? What do I talk about? Something's gotta... Doesn't feel important. I think there are more, and I assume implying that we should go looking for them. Do you want more seizures? Do you want brain damage? What if the next one gives you an aneurysm? You don't know, and that's ignoring the fact that there's always some insane nonsense going on around them. That's also bad. There was some concern there. I think that's promising. I don't think I have much choice. Don't let them. You don't have to let them. I mean, not that I even think there are any more. Whatever. I'd rather not think about them, okay? I wonder what the right choice is in this one. I don't think you've done anything wrong. Why barge into my office like this? If I didn't do anything wrong, why does it feel like you're trying to accuse me of something? I'm not... Why does she think that? I think I need some help. If anyone knows how to get through this, like, I can't leave it like this. You sound scared. You don't have to be. We can face this together. Well, I'd be scared about there being more rocks. I mean, not that I even think there are any more. I'd rather not think about that. Okay. What about a boy in the wall? But they were. You're lucky you never knew Grandma Eddie. If I had her as a mum, I'd be sad too. You're not bringing up a child's drawings any kind of evidence that there was, somebody living in the walls of the estate, are you? Do you not think there might be some reasonable explanation? I don't know, I'll find one. Like, thank you. I think, I was thinking Kat might think something. Well, kid, don't answer that. What if you have a plan for me? What if you just didn't do it? Where are we headed? Went out by the farms, I think. That's probably the safest bet for now. Come on, we're going. You know what? I'll take that. This is something. This is a chance to continue. Her usual tense posture has melted into furtive exhaustion, the look of a cornered animal at the end of a hunt, ready to strike out and defend herself with all she has. You start towards her car, but you don't make it 2 steps before you're met by an unfortunately familiar face. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's a mob of angry miners at the gates, and they did not make it easy to access the premises. They threw an egg at my car. I'm aware of the situation, officer. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have places to be. So sorry to bother you, Miss Scarlet, but I was actually here to, I'm here on police business regarding Tazzy. Could you speed this up, please? I'm here to apprehend the suspect. The suspect. My cousin. Officer, I assume you haven't somehow forgotten who I am in the last 2 seconds? No, ma'am. Tabitha Scarlet. I missed some things on the phone. We're going to the next carving. She knows where they are. Shout out to the miner that threw that egg. You know what? She didn't point a gun at me and call the police and run me out of town. So you know what? I'll call this a win. Because I know who you are, ma'am. Then you must know it would be a very good idea to test my patience by threatening my last remaining family member with an arrest. Do you know that? Affirmative, ma'am. But I don't serve the Scarlets, I serve this town, and being Scarlet by blood doesn't protect anyone from the law. Okay, so you're going to arrest my cousin anyway. On what charges, exactly? I'm still investigating the death of Duke Calloway, and your cousin is the prime, so you have no evidence. I have plenty. She's defending me. You know what? I'll take this. The officer's radio crackles to life. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Sheriff, I'm actually just in the middle of a discussion with Miss Scarlet trying to apprehend. Your thug is trying to arrest my cousin on false charges. Everybody quiet. I don't want to hear it. We've got a situation we need you for, Franklin, so get down to the farms pronto. Get ourselves a possible 187 Bruin. 10-4. How lucky, officer, because let me tell you, if you laid a single hand on Tazzy's head, I would not have rested until I had your badge in my hand and your ass on the curb. We're actually heading out that way anyway. Mind giving us an escort? We can follow along right behind you. Scarlet, this sounds like it might be a very serious situation. I don't think it's wise for any civilians to get involved. Franklin, quit pussyfooting around up there. I don't give a shit if somebody follows along. We need you here ASAP. Fine. What the sheriff says goes, but bring your cousin. We'll finish this later. The officer hurries back to his car, leaving you with your freedom preserved, at least for the time being. Well, I didn't get arrested. That's progress. Okay, I'll save here. I'm gonna run some ads. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Tabby is being extra Scarlet-y. I'm so sus. Oh yeah, absolutely. She's gonna goat for sacrificing, for God's sake. Okay, be right back. Whoops, that's over there. There we go. 187. Sorry, I can check the log. Yeah, 187. Oops, I've knocked over my camera. There we go. I just turned the air conditioner down. I mean, to a lower temperature because it's too hot. Much too hot. Yeah, don't say. Thank you for asking instead of blurting it out this time, Monk. Okay. The officer hurries back to his car, leaving you with your freedom preserved, at least for the time being. I hope me doing that means something to you. It does, it does. Thank you for not letting me get arrested, Tabby. She says nothing else before walking to her car and motioning for you to follow, and you do, slipping into the passenger seat. The two of you ride in near silence, following the sirens all the way out to the farms on the edge of town. It's the end of part 1 of episode 5. Part 2, the chapter's finale, will be releasing next Friday, February 20th. So that's... I didn't realize this was... Okay. I tried to warn... Yeah, okay. Okay, so what kind of... Yeah, it's a BMW. Set it in the Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, and I wish I could rearrange these. Okay, we'll put this one there. What other options were there? Oh yeah, the Wayne thing. Let's just... Oh yeah, you said there was something in the recap. Let's go. So you shouldn't ignore. The rundown country ambience clashes terribly with who has been eyeing you with something between curiosity and dawning horror. Oh, you weren't kidding. Kanika's been erased. Julie was clearly trying to say it quietly, but of course you heard her. You're the only two people here. Stella hasn't been erased. That slippery memory makes a lot more sense now. They just erased Kanika from my memory? Yep, there it is. And Kanika should be here too. Holy shit. This is messed up. This is messed up. And they put this in the recap. That's genius and awful. Oh, this is the different. Right, this is the old Tabby save. I thought when Wayne said the witch, he meant Sybil, but if the witch holds the key to undoing this, it must be Kanika. Yeah. Wayne says find the witch. And the thought that we couldn't hold on to, he said to keep it in mind because it's the key, but don't let it hurt us. You know what? Why don't we go with this save? I want to see old Tabby in high def. Start crying. Nudge opossum in the corner since I'm settled. Oh, but the opossum on your chest takes a step forward, resting a tiny paw on your cheek. Cute. Dustin. It licks away your tears. Gross, but cute. You may have to take every vaccine known to man to make sure you don't get a disease from the interaction, but the kindness of the tiny creature is clear. Oh, that or it likes assault. Yeah, I don't think there was any like offshoots here. It was very clear that it just wanted us to see stuff. I'm still mad you haven't seen the OG start crying yet. I haven't. Yeah, I just wanted to, I got cut off with, you need to be low relationship with Tabitha and barge into her office on Thursday. Oh, okay. I do notice it's a weapon. Hold on to it. Who lived in that last room? Wayne cocked his head almost playfully. I did. I'd been in that room a long, long time. Wait, is he Alexander? Though my being free now is meaningless in the grand scheme of things, the town itself is enough of a prison. I might as well still be stuck behind that door. But at least I'm free enough to warn you. He's the entity, the one she took. Oh, okay. What do you mean the town is a prison? I don't see a reason to why, like, he said it's being rejected. So, like, it's obviously a spirit in, like, the corpse of Wayne. Like, we don't know who that spirit is or what it is. It could be Alexander. I can't leave. No one really can. As it stands now, Scarlet Hollow doesn't like letting go of its prisoners. They may be able to cross the town line, but not without paying a price. That can be changed, though. It wasn't always this way, and it was never meant to be. We can put an end to it. Who's adult? She liked it, so I liked it too. Okay, it's not her. It was nice to see it again after so many years. Does Tabitha know about all this? Of course. Why do you think she invited you here? Oh, that absolute bitch. She didn't know me then. It's different now. We've bonded. She was gonna kill. She invited me to kill me. She didn't know me then. It's different now. We've bonded. Do you think if Limsey bond formed over the course of a week will be enough to stop the generations of expectations and duty that have fallen on Tabitha's shoulders? Do you want to bet your freedom on that bond? Tabitha will always be a Scarlet. Need to call someone about this? Trust me when I say they wouldn't be able to help. The forces at work in Scarlet Hollow run deep. There is no one person they can arrest, no group of people they can blame and do away with. It is beyond the realm of flesh. But I know how to fix everything. I know how to keep you safe for as long as you live. It was needed many vessels. First one was Teddy, maybe the next one was Andrew Charles. I spit Charles' son, then maybe when Alexandra found out she was next. Depends on how long a corpse could sustain him. Yeah. Okay, help me stop this? Wayne's shoulders seemed to relax slightly as if he's relieved. Good, our enemies rely on keeping us divided. They know how much stronger we can be together. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hands, and everything should start falling into place. Unless you're already starting to forget about her. So. Kanika is the witch. Okay, let's explore some of these. Okay, let's find the witch. Now it's not time for unnecessary confrontations. Wayne told you to find the witch, and he didn't tell you to take this to Tabitha. Why do they do this, though? Why provide a vessel for this thing that clearly doesn't want to help them in any way? I suppose that's what's part of the mystery. This is so weird. I love it, but it's so weird. Only you have no idea where to even begin finding the witch, or for that matter, who she, and you assume she's a she, could possibly be. Think harder. There's a sound in the woods to your right, a snapping branch. It breaks you from your panic, your mind going blank with fresh fear. Tazzy. Oh, right! This was the save where we let Reese go, because I'm hot. Hi! You turn, shocked, and see that Reese is there lurking at the edge of the woods. Hi! with his little paint demons. He's got himself a cool jacket. That's cool. He's done well with himself. He washed off the blood and seems to have found himself a jacket, but there is still an inhumanity to his features that hasn't faded. Long teeth poke out from between misshapen lips like a wolf hiding in a man's skin. His paintings are here too, their warped faces staring down at you from the trees. Hey, no need to panic while I'm around. You help me make my problem disappear, and I can always help you get rid of yours. Please don't, it's nice to see you, but please don't, oh wait, yeah, no, this isn't the hot one. This is, he killed his mum one. Tell him everything. Reese, I'm so glad to see you. You won't believe what I found in there. Reese listens intently as you explain what you found in the estate. When you describe the cell with its sturdy walls carved deep with scratches, his eyes flash. There is unwelcome recognition there. Just like what the doctor built for me. Tazzy, how much do you trust Tabitha? She's not like your mum was. She's not going to do that. I'm not willing to take that risk because there's the slightest possibility she's planning something like what almost happened last night. That isn't going to happen to you. I won't let it. You're too important to me. Is he going to kill Tabitha? When we saw the meat hook, the first thing I thought was, I can't believe my moods were so distracted by hot Reese, they failed to mention the fucking meat hook. She's my cousin. She loves me. That's what I thought for years, and look how that ended up. We both know bonds of blood might as well be changed the way some people wield them. But you found out before she could do anything. That's good. We can stop her. No, I can stop her. Tazzy, you trusted me before. You can trust me now. We both know what needs to be done about people like this, and I can do it. I can save you the way you saved me. Please don't eat my cousin is a crazy line. You know what? Let's see what happens. We've got about locked in. Let's see what happens. I'll come with you. We can do it together. No, I don't want you to have to see it again. You looked so scared. I don't want you to be scared of me. I'd never hurt you. I hope you know that. Reese takes a step forward, his long legs closing the distance between you. He stares down at you for a moment, his eyes crawling down your face, taking you in before finally resting on your lips. Oh yeah, I romanced him, didn't I? His own part slightly revealing the tips of his gleaming fangs. He hesitates, his shoulders stiffening. You know what? We're just kissing everyone that we get the chance to. You start to lean forward, your eyelids fluttering. Ah, his hands are on you. One clamps down on your shoulder, clutching tight. The other winds its way up the back of your neck, tightening around your skull, pulling you in, pressing his lips to yours. Okay, that's 2 for 2. Let's go. His maw seems to engulf your entire face. Oh my god, this is gross. Why is everyone suspiciously evil obsessed with you? Okay, Wayne I don't get, but Reese, yeah. Like, you gotta see what happens. His teeth close around your jaw, the warm wetness of his mouth nearly suffocating as his long forked tongue slithers. Okay, maybe this isn't so great. Sliding along the inside of your cheek, exploring you like it has a mind of its own. His sharp fingertips dig into the skin of your scalp and you feel something prehensile and thin and strange. His tail wrapping around your legs, pulling you even closer. You feel thoroughly held, almost bound by the monstrous man. Yeah, this is for the monster fuckers. Then he pulls away. His chest heaves with satisfied breaths as he grins down at you, exposing the sharp teeth that have been pressed into your cheeks just a moment ago. I'll come back when it's done. He straightens up, seeming to pull him. Wait, can Tabby actually die here? Like, what would the rest of the game even look like? Seeming to pull himself back together, shaking off the momentary trance. I'll protect you. I promise. That won't be our last kiss. I'll do what's best for you. A monstrous paramour takes matters into his own hands. And then he's gone. scampering off into the woods, followed by his strange living paintings, on his way to do something unspeakable to your cousin. She does have the gun. And in the other playthrough, she did shoot and kill him with it. It's so cool. I haven't seen it. It is so cool. He asked you to wait, but you can't do that. Not with this town the way it is. You have to keep moving. I gotta say, before he gets far enough that you lose the trail, you start down the narrow deer path he seemed to be using, following the brief flashes of his paintings as they do the same. You stumble from the edge of the woods, gasping for breath, nearly gagging from overexertion. You're vaguely aware of torn clothes and torn skin, casualties of the brambles you found yourself clambering through on the way here. But at least you made it to the mines just in time to see the last of Reese's paintings disappear through a hole in the exterior fence. The miners at the entrance are none the wiser, too caught up in their chanting to notice as you slip in after him, climbing your way up the hill towards Tabitha's trailer. As you approach, there is the sound of groaning metal, a loud crash. Then a gunshot. Yeah, no, Tabby swallows him. The door to the trailer has been ripped from its hinges. There's a commotion inside, more crashing. Reese appears in the doorway, clutching his shoulder. Blood pours from between his fingers. He glances up at you, surprised and then ashamed, slumping against the railing. Tazzy, I told you not to follow me. Run? Get out of here. Go run. No, have to protect you. I won't let her lock you away. Half of Reese's head erupts. Oh yeah, old lady Tabby. Droplets of blood and chunks of tissue rain down onto the gravel as Tabitha steps out of her office, staring down at what's left of the young man. But he's still alive. One claw desperately holds his mangled face together as he staggers away, gurgling, unable to speak through his shattered jaw. Tabitha, wait, I think that's Wait, why is Stella here? That's an option? Huh? That freak from school? Whatever, I don't care. It came after us. So what if it used to be human? He stares at you with his one good eye, desperate and afraid, his own viscera dripping from between his fingers. Then he's running, stumbling with a jagged, uneven gait towards the tree line until finally he slips into the safety of the dark woods. Oh, and the miners are here. As the smell of gunpowder and viscera hangs over you, a crowd of onlookers filters in. The air is still, and the place is usually filled with the churning of industry. There is only tension and hushed whispers. But the newly formed crowd doesn't stop your cousin from focusing her gaze on you. Oh, she looks pissed. You and that thing are buddies, huh? And you sent it up here to, what, kill me? You shot my boyfriend. Okay, I want to say all of this, but you shot my boyfriend. Yo, what? When did that happen? Does it have anything to do with his appearance? Never mind, that doesn't matter. We should call him an ambulance, and then I think we should all sit down somewhere and talk. Maybe back at the estate? Neither of those will be necessary, actually, because I called the cops the second that monstrosity barged into my office. They should be here momentarily. They can send paramedics after that thing if they want to, but I will have them prioritize apprehending my cousin. I think a little time behind bars is preferable to letting you run around with whatever that was. It's not good for your health. Why don't you hear the distant wail of a police siren? We're just going to pretend we didn't see that horse demon run around with half its head blown off. I agree. I feel like we moved on too quickly from the horse demon. Perhaps she should go in the woods with torches and pitchforks? No one is going after that thing. Those of you who are willing to work, get back to it. And those who decide to stand around out front with picket signs instead, I don't know, keep standing around to get sick of it and come back to work, which you probably will be on Monday. Hope you're having a nice vacation in the meantime. Can we start over? Hi, I'm Tassie. I'm your cousin and I love you. That may have fooled me about half an hour ago. You're putting on a pretty good act until then. But clearly there's a lot I don't know about you. You're saying you were planning to take my cousin in. As a matter of fact, I was. All these problems around. I don't need to. Okay. So I have every reason to suspect Tassie had something to do with it. It's true, there was some kind of demonic creature here earlier. I've been dealing with some kind of cold activity around here, but you know, kind of sounds about strange little men and demons. It's right to remain silent. Tabitha might have just murdered a man and you're arresting me. As discussed, it was in fact a horse demon, actually. That's enough, please. Whatever it was, I was defending myself, which is well within my rights. He did come after her with, I would say killing intent. All the miners are just like, why is there a horse demon here? There's something wrong with him. He wasn't acting like the person I used to know. Deal with that later. Want to take statements. Anything you can't say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Wait, the lunatic ran off in the woods. He's been hurt. All this blood is his. I think you need an ambulance. If you could get one out here. With the way it was acting, you might want to see if you can get animal control involved instead. That's low priority. Take care of my cousin first. That thing is still out there. I prefer if you came down to the station. This was on a sweep of the woods to ensure your safety. Or like get in the squad car like a criminal. You can follow along in your own vehicle if that would be more comfortable. But I have work to do. I just can't. Check out Tabby. I can hold down the fort for you. I mean, obviously I won't try running the place, but I'll keep an eye on things. Fine, okay, I'll follow along in my cart, probably for the best. This way I can make sure Tassie is secured. You just shoved into a car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got all day, boy. Apologies, Sheriff. I was just apprehending Tassie as discussed over the radio. Like, isn't she banned? That's nice and all, but we need you up at the farms pronto. We got ourselves a possible 187 brewing. 10-4. Damn, this day keeps getting crazier. First you'll have to come along for the ride, miss. Okay, so we go... Okay, we go with the police to the farm anyway. It's possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there's definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain terms. Okay, let's I wonder what happens. Yeah, look, I was in the Forbidden Wings, and the stuff I saw freaked me out, and then he got freaked out, and it all just got out of hand. And then he turned into a monster? Do we think he's gonna be okay? We should call him an ambulance. Running off in that state can't be good. It had better not be okay, and if he comes back, I won't hesitate to exercise my Second Amendment rights. More importantly, you went in the Forbidden Wing? I swear to God, Tassie, do I have to keep you on a leash? Hey, let's all calm down. Tassie, I think you should come back to the office with us. You should be with people who can keep you safe. No need, the police should already been on their way. Okay. I just want to say, like... You're gonna lock me up in a tiny cell in the estate? He was trying to protect me. How did you... I mean, it's ridiculous, right? Wait, she's in on it? More importantly, why is Reese like that? Do we think it's gonna be okay? It better not. Okay. You should come back to the office, maybe to the estate. You should be with people who can keep you safe. Oh, shit. I don't want things to be like that. I wish you would just talk to me. You don't want that, though, do you? Because you could have tried. Instead, I just had to shoot a giant monster that was trying to eat me. Not a great way to start a heart-to-heart. Okay, I want to go... I mean, there's too many. There's an achievement called Toxic Yuri, by the way. Oh, how do I get that one? I want to get that one. You would show up here without Reese? Okay. You want someone I can trust? If you just manage to throw yourself in the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? Oh, wait. Wrong one. You can go to 2 locations in each run. Tabitha one will always be final. We can just continue with the race one. I wanted to get more. Do we just have to act casual with Reese? Sure. Jesus Christ, Reese, you scared the shit out of me. You already looked scared before I said anything. You were panicking. I was coming up with a game plan, and now I have one. Is the hyperventilating part of the game plan, or is that just the planning part? Sorry, I should make fun of you. What's your plan? You can tell me. Reese doesn't hesitate another second before sweeping you up in his spindly arms, his strength shocking as he clutches you to his chest. His skin is oddly cold. The long night outside must have sapped him of his warmth, though it doesn't seem to bother him much, with no sign of shivering or trembling in his long angular limbs as they fold around you like a protective cage. He hasn't started walking yet. He's still staring down at you as if caught in the headlights, unable to look away. His eyes trace their way down your face before finally settling on your lips. I thought about you last night. Well, I think so. It was a big night. Okay. I thought about you a lot. I hope maybe you were thinking about me too. Of course I thought about you. Okay, big kiss. But even better than I imagined. We get going. Oh, I just want to do that all day. Taking you deep into the woods towards something awful. It was impossible for a man with such a slight frame to carry you at all, let alone so quickly and with such seeming ease. But you suppose he did this yesterday too, while you were unconscious. And that was before he had fully realized what he was capable of. But even he seems to have his limits. After a while, he's breathing hard, slowing down, stumbling slightly as he tries to maneuver up rocky hills. But perhaps his stumbling is from more than just exhaustion. He mentioned an odd feeling somewhere out in the woods, and now you feel it too, a prickling at the base of your neck, almost like static electricity. And an emotion comes with it, an urgency that feels like it isn't a part of you, but something planted there, a desire to move faster, to keep going. It's weak though, just a nagging little anxious thought, easily ignored, at least for now. I feel a little sick. You okay, buddy? Reese pauses, gently letting you back down on the ground. You're in a clearing, and the autumn leaves crunching in thick piles beneath your feet. Ahead, you see a place where the trees thin, where light shines through from some bright, unwooded place beyond the forest's edge. Oh, this is the border of the town. He can't leave, can he? We're almost there. I just need a second. It's that weird feeling I was talking about, but it's not as nice now. Feels like something under my skin. Goosebumps all over. Nausea. Oh shit. Sassy, don't look. Something horrible is happening to Reese. He doubles over, his neck bulging, his features distorting. From his mouth erupts a mucus-coated pile of ripped clothing and bones, ribs, a pair of femurs, a skull, all wound together with familiar black and grey hair. He just threw up his mum. Hi, Dr. Kelly. Pellet, what happened to the bones? There we go. Oh my god. Pat him gently on the back. You pat him. He closes his eyes, letting you console him. It looks like it might have helped, at least a little. What's more embarrassing, you throwing up in the diner for this? At least I didn't throw up a person. That's good. Maybe that means you'll be able to get moving again soon. Not that there's any rush. You're close enough to know that you'll be at your destination soon. It's important to be nice when he's feeling sick, though you would like for him to get better faster, so you can go find the next stone. That's important too. And feeling increasingly urgent, actually. How did you fit all that in there? I guess the same way I fit it all in last night. I don't know how it works. I'm as clueless as you are. He sighs, wiping at his mouth, trying to clean away what evidence might remain. Why is he talking so much? He's stalling, isn't he? Doesn't he know how urgent this is? The bad feeling hasn't gone away. I don't think it was just me, but it's so much more intense than it was last night. Are you getting any of it? Do you feel weird? Of course, the threads have faded for me this far, and they aren't done pulling yet. Just a little further. Wow, you really have a way with words. Bet people tell you that all the time. You aren't really hearing him much now. Everything feels slightly different. Distant, like you're underwater. Your ears picking up the hint of sound, but not passing the words. Maybe he isn't even stalling. Maybe he just doesn't know how to share. Sad and selfish. He's not the only one who needs you. He's already been woken up. It's time to bring something new into the world. You're walking towards the edge of the woods. The calling, find the next carving with the help of a monstrous lover. So can Reese feel the pull of the seals now too? I think it's like a town-wide thing. All you have to do is find what you're looking for. Then you can relax again and figure out what you need to do next. You keep walking. Yeah. Let's skip through here and have it on not read. Let's the most massive cliffhanger yet. Okay, let's skip through this stuff and do a save where Reese isn't there. What if I don't believe you? So be it. I can show you the realities of your situation, but I can't force you to believe anything you don't want to believe. But a final word if you'll allow it. The witch holds some of the final pieces. Find her, pry them from her hand, and everything starts falling into place. The cell, the doll, Wayne's corpse-like hands touching you as you slept unawares. Is it possible your cousin has known about all of this? Okay, let's start from here. What happens if I go to someone I can trust when Reese isn't here? Can you trust anyone? There's a sound in the wood, stabbing branch. Wait, hang on. Oh, this is the wrong one. I think I saved over it. Whoops. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, it was here. It was here. We'll just leave. Replace this one. Ooh. Ooh. There's a strange fragment of a memory dancing at the back of your mind, like someone or something that's played a part in all of this, someone or something that you shouldn't forget. But then it's gone and you're left with only the awareness that there's something you should have remembered. It must not be that important. Yeah, I didn't do a lot with Avery in this playthrough, unfortunately. Okay, what about Stella? You can trust Stella. We've been in this together since day one. Under Stella? Yeah, sure, let's go to Stella. Make your way over to Stella's house, desperately praying that she'll be home. I want to see what happens if I got a bow. Like, what would I want to do that? Desperately praying she'll be home. She's been in this with you practically since the moment you arrived in town. She'll know what to do. She has to know what to do. You knock on her door. Barely a moment passes before you're met by the enthusiastic barks of a geriatric pug. That was the first thing I did. Didn't even get to Tabitha. You wait, and eventually the door creaks open, an exhausted Stella regarding you with sunken eyes. Oh, hey, Tazzy. Gotta go for now, but thanks for the stream. We're gonna check the YouTube bob for the rest later. Thank you so much for coming. It was good to see you, good cat. What happened? You look shaken up. A lot happened this morning. I don't even know where to begin. Well, you can start by coming inside. She reaches forward and grabs your hand, ushering you into her home. Gretchen looks weird. Like, this is So, what happened? Tell her everything. Once you start talking, you find it hard to stop. No details remain unshared. You tell Stella about everything that's happened today, waking up in the Forbidden Wing, the cell, and everything you found leading up to it. Back to basics, turn to a YouTuber in your hour of need. Jesus Christ, that's... Tazzy, if I'm being honest, I don't know what to do about any of this. I was gone for a day and it's like every single part of my life has been turned on its head. Okay. Everything is okay. I know you're scared of Tabby right now, and I know that everything you found in the estate doesn't look good. But unit, Tazzy, I know a lot has happened this morning, but it was just last night that the three of us were sitting out by the road closer than we'd ever been. I don't know if it's just because Abby's heart style has improved or some of the way things are intentionally off. Yeah, it looks... Yeah, like this... Like the sprites are different. It could be both. The Tabby that was there for both of us last night deserves a chance to share her side of things. Thank you for believing me. Easy. I care about you, Tazzy. Now we just have to pick a place to have a conversation. I think I'm going to call her, make her come here. This is my house, and you're safe with me, okay? It has been 3 years since chapter... Oh my god, that's a... Wow. I'm so glad I didn't have to wait 3 years. Stella pulls out her phone and dials your cousin. You can tell by the way she bounces her foot this is a call that circumstances have forced her to commit to, not one that she has chosen to make. Tabby, hi. Just barely, you're able to make out the other end of the conversation. Stella, you know I have a lot on my plate. Is something wrong? Yeah, no, everything's okay. Then why are you calling? I'm at work. Tassie just stopped in and told me about some things. Actually, maybe everything isn't okay. Stella, can you get to the point? I have something close to a riot on my hands over here. I'm this close to dialing the emergency line to get some cops up here. It's about something in the estate. We should talk about it in person. What did she say, Stella? It was a lot. It's this whole thing with a lot of details. And do you believe what you've been told? Stella looks back at you, concerned. I don't know. That's why I think you should come here to my place. I know you're busy, but I think it's worth it. Tassie seems really shaken up. I just think talking it out would be a good idea. You know I'm your friend, Tabby. You know I'm screwed if I leave the office right now, yes? Tabby, this isn't like a negotiation. You're coming down here and you're doing it right now. Fuck. Okay. Great. See you soon. Stella hangs up the phone. She seems tense. I guess she always does, but she kind of seemed more tense than I expected. What do you mean when you said you don't know if you believe me? I could hear the other end of the call, Stella. Tassie, I'm sorry. I had to say something. If I told her I believed everything, maybe she wouldn't have come. If she's up to something scary, she has to feel like she has a way out of it with us. It's like everyone normal is reacting to you strangely. Like they're afraid of you. Does it? There are so many possibilities we're not even considering right now. Maybe she doesn't know about what's in the Forbidden Wing. Maybe she knows, but it's all ancient history. All things that died with Enoch or Everdeen or Pearl Ann even. And maybe if she's caught up in something bad, maybe she's looking for a way out. You know what? I like that. I may lock this in if it goes well because, like, this is... I got an ally. We're good. Maybe she needs our help. Tie her up? Thanks for deciding what to do. I've been freaking out. Yeah, no problem. I love to make a decision. No looking back, just moving forward, right? I can't imagine what you're feeling right now because I feel sick. Do we just wait or... yep, we just wait for her to get here. I say we could plan, but I've never really been a planner. You know me by now. I'm impulsive. I do what feels right in the moment, like calling Tabby to come here without asking you. No, it was the right thing to do. If we sit around agonizing about what to do, we won't fix anything. We'll all just keep feeling bad. To be fair, I get why this took 3 years. This branches so much, right? There is every option, and for like everything we've done in the past too, like romancing Reese or we all had this heart to heart last night. Like we did the reconciliation between Tabitha and Stella. God, I just want this to be over. You're not the only one, but we're in it now. It's like we're on a roller coaster and the theme park guy has already said clear. There's no turning back now. That big hill is coming up and barring mechanical failure, we're just going to have to go down really fast and then it'll be over. They also made Slay the Princess and right, they did that too. At least that's what I assume roller coasters are like. I've never ridden one. I've just watched a ton of YouTube videos about people dying on them. I'm a little nervous right now, I guess. The conversation ends with a knock at the door. It's open, Tabby. And she brought the cops. Why did she do that? Tabby, what the fuck? It swings open and Tabitha Scarlet steps through the door, followed surprisingly by Deputy Franklin, his sunglasses emotionlessly reflecting the light of day. Tabby, you brought the cops? Yeah, Stella, I brought a cop. That was a very upsetting phone call to receive, you know. And apparently Deputy Franklin here has been looking for my cousin anyway. Wait, for what? Wait a minute. I'm going to redo this. I skipped through. I wasn't planning to lock this one in. I want to get all the info on this save. I'm sorry for all the... I've got to make this save perfect. So this one? Yeah, this was the right one. This is the right one. Virtual experience with it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just like just skipping through all the exploring things in case it like is important. I tweeted after 5. I was like, yeah, I'm with Avery. Yeah, this is great. I regret nothing. We love Avery here. Yep, there's the meat hook. Explore the Forbidden Wing speedrun. Exactly. Explore everything, but Chapter 4, I streamed it with a friend. I felt so bad I couldn't decide what to do the entire time. Yeah, the meat hook. We've bonded. This is a little theatrical. There were things you needed to see, and I doubt you would have been interested in a private guided tour, not when I'm the one who would have been giving it. And once I'd helped you find what you needed to find, I wanted you to choose to come to me, to know you were truly open to a conversation. Trust you, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about any of this. Owen's shoulders seem to relax slightly as if he's relieved. Good, our enemies rely on keeping us divided. They know how much stronger we can be together. I'm not going to look in the Wayne romance. I think it's terrible news. I might have to leave because my phone is dying. Oh no, rip phone. Well, thanks for coming. Nothing left for you here but to find your way out. Travis deserves a chance to explain herself. I'm going to someone I can trust. Stella. Gretchen. Glad I caught your blind reaction to all this. I'll catch up later. Okay. Oh, wait, why is it skipping? Stop that. Stop skipping. What?
Voicing disabled.
Whoops. Okay, tell her everything. Parlay with Wayne at the end of it all. Jesus Christ, that's... Everything is okay. There, okay, hang on. You still trust Tabby, and I still trust Tabby, which means we need to talk to her. You said you found letters from her dad in there. Thank you for believing me. Easy, I care about you. Now we just have to pick a place. I'm gonna call her, make it come here. Everything isn't okay. Wayne dragged her into the Forbidden Wayne this morning. What did she say? It was a lot, this whole thing with a lot of details. And do you believe what you've been told? I looked back at you concerned. I don't know. That's why I think you should come up here to my place. I know you're busy, but I think it's worth it. Tassie seems really shaken up. You know, we both care about you, Tabby, so let's talk. Then we can all be on the same page. Okay, this is going great. This is going great. Thank you for the head. Oh, hydrate. Good idea. My throat's getting a bit scratchy. I've been so caught up. I haven't even noticed the scratchiness in my throat, so thank you. You know I'm screwed if I leave the office right now, yes? This isn't like a negotiation. Fuck, okay, great. See you soon. So I had to say something. If I told her I believed everything, maybe she wouldn't have come. If she's up to something scary, she has to feel like she has a way out of it with us. There's so many possibilities we're not even considering right now. Maybe if she's got up in something bad, maybe she's looking for a way out. Maybe she needs our help. Thanks for deciding what to do. I've been freaking out. Can't imagine what you're feeling right now because I feel sick. Do we just wait or... Yep. That's the right thing to do. If we sit around agonizing about what to do, we won't fix anything. We'll just keep feeling bad. I just want this to be over. Roller coaster thing. Servant Tabby. Okay. Okay, I have a good feeling about this. Tabby, you brought the cops? Yes, Elle, I brought a cop. Wait, for what? Miss Richmond, have you forgotten that a man died Monday night? Because I sure remember talking to you then. Tassie is our prime suspect. I showed you my footage. Right, the footage that we mysteriously couldn't recover once your camera was back at the station. Funny. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of things, and I have questions I'd like to ask Miss Scarlet's cousin, alone. Besides, I know a patsy when I see one. The type of trouble this hooligan has brought into our peaceful little town is well beyond what you're capable of. Hey, I'm not a patsy. I make my own decisions all the time. I'm always, you know, breaking into places, doing all kinds of unlawful things. Victimless crimes. And they help put Scarlet Hollow on the map, what with your fans and all that. I'd never get in the way of bringing in tourists. Can we get on with this? Sorry, ma'am. If Deputy Franklin here has his way, Tassie walks out of here in cuffs. Luckily for you, I have some pull with his boss. So, let's talk about that phone call. Okay, we're doing the thing again, but I have Stella on my side this time. I thought we were getting close, all of us. I wanted to talk this out with you, not attack you. Yeah, I thought we were getting close too. Which is why this feels like such a violation of our relationship. I don't like people nosing around my things. I don't like people making snap judgments about who I am as a person. And I especially don't like when it's my own cousin doing it. Tabby, that's not what's... My cousin who, against my better judgment and my late mother's warnings, I've been starting to like. Do you know how much I have to deal with people hating me every day? Every day I'm... Someone who I'm sacrificing for hates me because they don't understand what I'm trying to do. I worked so hard for this town, Stella. I didn't break into the Forbidden Wing. Wayne dragged me there while I was sleeping. Wayne? You don't mean Sam Wayne, do you? The missing person? Well, he's not that missing. He's still walking around town, but there's definitely something wrong with him. Ma'am, do you have any idea what he was doing up at the estate? Tabitha falls silent. I think my cousin knows about the relationship I used to have with Sam Wayne, and is using that name to hurt me. Stella, we've known each other for our entire lives. We used to be close, and it feels like we've been getting close again. That's what I've been trying to say. So what do you think? Do you think I'm some sort of monster? Do you think I'm running some, I don't know, shadowy cabal? You don't have to answer that, Stella. It's not fair of me to ask you that sort of thing. That's what Tassie did. I can't imagine how that made you feel, loading a question like a gun and asking you to turn it on someone you care about. I don't think you're a monster, Tabby. I wouldn't have called you here if I thought you were. How are we supposed to have a normal conversation like this? Like what, with an officer of the law present? Be serious, Tazzy. You and Stella are planning your own ambush. Don't cry about being outplayed. Ma'am, I'm an officer of the law, not a prop for your family drama. I'm here to do my job. And you're doing great. I'll be sure to let Sheriff Hugsby know just how helpful you've been. Stella, you... do you know there were birthday cards from your dad? Years and years of them. What? See, Tabby, whatever Tazzy found in them must not have had anything to do with you. Because you would have known about these, so we can all calm down, right? These were stashed somewhere? Tazzy said so in your grandma's room or something? Tazzy stares down at the cards, eyes caught by the handwritten messages written over the course of years. Then she crumples them up and shoves them in her pocket. Her sour expression returns, squinting to hide the tears you couldn't help but notice. Stella's right. That proves it then. I didn't know about these, so why would I know about all the other stuff you're talking about? Are you crying? Tabby, I'm sorry. I know you and your dad have a bad relationship. We don't have a relationship to begin with. He decided not to have one, so he sent me cards. So what? Anyone can do that, even a deadbeat like him. He had my address. He could have come to visit, but no, he just sent stupid cards with ugly pictures on them and wrote about somebody he never bothered to get to know. I'm fine. This isn't about that. It's about me and Tazzy, another family member who seems intent on betraying my trust. What did I do? Tabby, I had no idea you... This conversation is interrupted by the crackle of Deputy Franklin's radio. Franklin, pick up already. We ain't got... Okay. Don't give a shit about where you are aside from the fact that it ain't here. We need all hands on deck at the Callaway Place. 187. The Callaway Place. Damn it, this day just keeps getting worse. That's a murder. Well, I know what it means. Miss Richmond, I'm starting to get sick of telling you to stop listening on a police radio. More importantly, this needs to wrap up now. Deputy Franklin whips out a pair of handcuffs, tightening them quickly around your wrists in a smooth police academy maneuver. For safety's sake, I'm going to take Tazzy into custody and I'm going to go where the sheriff needs me to go. Your cousin can wait in the car until after the situation at the farm's been resolved, and then I guess I'll have to get to questioning. Tabby, you can't just let him do this. Ma'am, I don't have the patience or time for this. Do something, Tabby. Anything. This isn't right. Tazzy hasn't done anything wrong. Okay, fine. Stella, stay here. I'll make sure nothing happens to Tazzy while in police custody. That is not advisable, Miss Scarlet. We're talking about an active crime scene. I don't give a shit. And Stella, if you don't hear from us by the end of the day, you bring people and you come looking, okay? Okay. You're escorted out of Stella's house and thrown in the back of Deputy Franklin's police cruiser. He wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this. You know what? I got arrested, but I like this ending. I think this is a good place to leave it. I'm locking this one in. Yeah, no, I like this. Like, Tabby's coming around, Stella's on my side. Tabby's come to protect me. Like, she seems like she's been turned around a bit. I like it. I've got a good feeling about this one. We're locking it in. You know what? It is a lot earlier than I'd end stream, but I think I'm gonna call it. I've got the ending that I want to lock in. And the next part of the chapter will be out next week when I play this. So I think I'm going to call it here. It's also stinking hot. Like, oh my god, why is it so hot? I am so sweaty. So let's find someone to write into. Actually, I'm gonna skip the rate today. Not even normal hot is stinking, right? Yeah, my analytics is saying that you're my only viewer, Mog, and it's kind of embarrassing to read out with one singular viewer, so I'm just gonna end stream. Okay, bye-bye. See you not next week. Hang on. Tomba on Friday. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.